Right, so what do you think? It's gonna work, right? Yesterday, the last thing I did was drill the holes for the sensors. Right there, two on each side. So this is the sensor, and this is the bracket that holds it onto the factory bumper. And I'm just looking at it carefully. It's not exactly flat, you know? I was going to reuse these because these clip into the bracket, but these aren't going to work. So, I'm thinking of maybe just, maybe like epoxy them, you know, from the inside. So, that's what I'm going to do probably later today. I'm going to take the bumper bag off, put these in. I need to make the brackets that go to the frame, but I've got other things to do today, so that's what I'm off to right now. I'm gonna head on off to the gym before it gets too late. It's already like 10:30, and then I come home. I gotta do the yard work's got to be done, and then maybe I'll get around to this. Unfortunately, it's warming up compared to yesterday. It was overcast all day. So we'll see how it goes, right? Meanwhile, it's looking up, yeah. So I got these. Got to wire the backup lights and make the brackets. I think those brackets are going to take a while. I got to do some welding and get the welder up and do some more metal cutting, fabricating stuff, yeah. Ooh. Hey out there, guys, happy 4th of July, right? I'm staying home. It's a staycation. So I still got plenty of work to do on this truck back here, but what I wanted to show you was that Aaiwa bumper I got it mounted up. But it's fairly easy, you know. I just had to figure things out. A lot of holes to drill, though. That was the big issue. Drilling through steel, you got to have good drill bits, and a good drill press would be good. But I got a little Harbor Freight one that's all right. Kind of stalls out if you get anything over a ½ inch. But yeah, let me show you what I did. Let me move the truck forward here. Park it on the grass because I got to work underneath there. I'm going to take the bumper back off, and I got one hole to drill. I drilled 4 holes. I made the brackets. I made 2 brackets. So there's 4 holes in the brackets, and then those 2 mount up to the frame, and then the other 2 on the brackets mount up to the bumper. Well, they didn't match up. One didn't match up. Out of all the holes, one didn't match up. So I'm going to see if I can take it back off and re-drill it. I mean, might as well. I could leave the bolt on there off and probably nobody ever know, but it's only 1 hole. I think I can handle it, but it's hot out here. It's another hot one. This is actually a bumper for a Toyota Tacoma. Now the company, Aaiwa, A-A-W-I-A, makes a bumper for this truck, but they don't have one with the swing arm. Same with Fab Fours. Fab Fours makes a bumper for this truck, but nothing with a swing arm, with a tire carrier. Like, okay. Let's take a gamble and see if I can make this bumper work. And it works fine. Number one thing I had to do was cut these ends. These ends pieces were too thick. Okay. The bumper had to move in like 3.5 inches. So I bought a plasma cutter for $300 on Amazon, and that took care of that. And then I had to make the brackets that go from the bumper to the frame. Now there's an inch difference in the makeup, you know, side to side. Well, I just stacked some washers. I got those big old square washers they use for sill plates. Stacked those on there in an 1.5-inch bolt, and we're good to go. So yeah, but this all took time, you know, figure it out. What are we gonna do here? These are my sensors. I'm gonna paint these black, right? There's the other sensor, the lights. Cool, I gotta wire those. These, since this bumper's for Tacoma, these take the Tacoma plug for the license plate lights. So I think I'm gonna have to go to the junkyard, just see if I can find some. And then splice them in, cut the old Ford ones out, put the Tacoma plugs in, and they'll plug right into that. And that's all, yeah. And then maybe repaint everything. Oh, this pattern's gonna have to change. This is a Toyota pattern, so that's something else. It's just, all right, guys. This is the last time I'm gonna take that bumper off. But this is what we got, okay? Once you cut the ends of that bumper, the bottom brackets on the bumper will line up, will set on this receiver hitch. So then you just transfer your holes over and drill your holes, right? Okay. All right. So there's 4 bolts holding it down, but then you need to extend the other brackets to the frame. So I made these out of 3/8 steel. I probably could have gone with a 1/4 inch, but they had 3/8 at Home Depot. I was surprised. I go, give me that. 3 feet of that was $47. That's crazy. So then I had 2 more holes to drill inside. Right. So there's 4 holes. That's 8 holes. 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah. Just in the on the truck. And then you got 8 more holes to drill through this 3/8 stuff. Yeah. Oh. I think it's not over 90 degrees out here. And the fireworks are kind of driving me nuts and driving the dogs nuts. Nuts, I tell you, nuts. But so most of my holes lined up once I put the bumper in, except the last one, which was this one. Oh man, they're close, but not close enough. Yeah, I was trying to drill it from underneath the truck with the hand drill with the little cordless, and I was almost there. So it's gonna be easier now that I got the bumper off. Let's just do it right. So I get all the bolts in, it's tightened up, it's good. So like I said, the brackets on the bumper, this bracket right here, see, this bolts to the hitch. This needs to extend out. Okay, so the holes on here didn't work, so this had to be drilled out. There's more hole drilling. And then, yeah, that just extends out to the, to them balls right there, see? Over there and over here. And then, the issue was those brackets there will not line up with these brackets. There's a gap in there. So these brackets are like right there, about 3/4 of an inch. So I'm just gonna shim it. Put some washers in there and we good. So yeah, this is what I'm using. These are square washers, 99 cents each. It's gonna take about four on each bolt. So right now they came, yeah, they're unpainted raw steel, so I'll at least give them some Rust-Oleum primer, right? And then we'll put them back in. Ouch, ouch, it's pokey out here. I got some black. I'm gonna shoot them with some black real quick because I gotta drill that hole. Meanwhile, while I'm drilling the hole, maybe a little dry a little bit anyway. Nobody's gonna see it. I'm just worried about the rust. It is actually nice out here if you like the sunshine. Have a few cold ones. I had to turn the sounds down. I turn the sounds back up and just get into my work here. Whew. Get the bumper back on, tighten everything up, and good to go. Don't forget Loctite. Yeah, I can put some Loctite back on everything.